Hey everybody, Mr. Nobody here, and today going to go over a mod that I'm currently doing. Showing this a little earlier than I really wanted to because of people asking me what I've been doing, why haven't I been posting. So decided to go ahead and show you guys. This is the outside of it. It's not much. I've been working on this a little at a time every day for like 3 weeks and putting in details and stuff like that. So still have a lot more to do. This is the inside. It's of course you see Apocrypha themed. Eventually this is going to go on the outside in the what is it, world space, and not an interior cell but an exterior. This water here is just for show to do limits, like for sizing. So as you can see, I have a total of 3 shrines for Daedric Prince. God, why do I keep forgetting his name? Something Mora. Herdius Mora, something like that. But yeah, so I still have these islands that I'm debating whether or not to do anything with, like adding bridges and stuff, because you can teleport from there to there, and those are just pieces I've been using already assembled, so I don't have to assemble every little thing. All I got to do is that, and then just say Control D, and then boom, see, it's already assembled, and I can use it. So same with that. Just makes it easier and a little bit saves a little time. And then did all these pieces. They're all single pieces. See? So that back. Same with these. Oops. Those are single pieces. So a lot of single pieces, trying to fit everything in here together. It's not that easy. This is what it looks like for now, with the lights on up here. See? And I'm going to eventually go through each of these to customize them more. There are 10 spaces I had to do that for, so I just copied and pasted, trying to figure a good design up here to put those books, but also have the little reward light going in the center. So when the lights are off, see, there's a tiny green glow for that. Not much, but when you're under it, yeah. Still debating on to do something with this piece. The only thing I know of so far that's not part of Apocrypha, but everything else in here is part of Apocrypha. Added the lights there. Didn't want to add them brightly, that's why there's 4. All of them are non-shadows. So, and they haven't caused any glitchy problems or anything like that. So, as you can see, they all each start from like down here. As you can see, it's quite a bit of it. And then gonna add those little floaty lights right here, and other places, probably over the books. Here I added a green light as well to make it, because this statue naturally does the green part, but I did add another green beam to it to brighten it up a little, to make it do green right there. And since that's green, also did a green light for that, as you can see. Since Apocrypha mostly seems to be a green theme, thus the water and everything. All those are single pieces. See, go and turn the lights on. All those books, single pieces. Bridge. Made sure to put the gates facing inward because I don't really expect to see people really coming out to the outside too much walking around, but added those all the way to the parts that mix. Yeah, actually, that part there is also one of those as well. Originally, I was going to have this whole thing filled with the gates, but then I found another thing to do, so decided to leave it, and it actually kind of looks pretty decent, but also fixed up part of the thing because the original look are these right arches right here with the line going in the center. They're connected to the platform. But the ones that were broken, like this one, for example, see, you got the pieces right here that are broken off. So decided to size up some free arches and do that. Depending on how much memory space, because I have so far this thing here is only 11.32 megabytes out of 170. I think it's a 172 for the world space. But black book there, that's a COC marker. Debating on whether to keep that or not. But yeah, I thought that was be pretty neat to put right there. And the way this looks, got the railing going around it. Railing going around these. So I mean, if you fall off, you fall off. But yeah. So far, that's it for this one. When I move it over to the exterior world, then I'll be able to size it up compared to how the water is here. So, but still got a lot of work debating. Like I said, if I have enough memory, probably fix up the other pieces like that around. But go and show you what I mean by why I'm doing an interior world real quick, and that's because of anybody who's dealt with external cells. Well, if you actually look, things are kind of glitchy. Sometimes when you actually build stuff, they will disappear on you, and it becomes, see how that just all of a sudden the water disappeared there, but when I look back, it's because it's not all LOD yet. And an interior cell does a better, how should I put it, LOD job than an exterior cell. So, yeah, this is going to be kind of tough to do. Go back to interiors. So that's why I'm doing an interior of this first. And then, as I said, I will eventually, all I got to do is come up, and once I get it all in view, once I'm done everything, like I said, I might move these around a bit, like move that out a little more, move that out a little more, same with those. But then eventually just go over it, and boom, see, everything is selected, even to everything on the inside. All that is selected. So then all I got to do is click on it, and click copy, and that's all I have to do. So go ahead and do whoop. Seems like there we go. Alright, something. Oh, yeah, click that. There we go. Alright, anyway. But yeah, that's why that's that way. So, what I'm planning for this mod, I'm still gonna keep that knowledge to myself for now. But this is what I've been working on. Why I haven't posted anything new. Other stuff, it's not much that I'm working on. That's just temporary. But I doubt I'll have this room going because this room isn't being as cooperative as I would like. So, stuff I've added for it isn't doing what I want it to do. That's why I said this room might not even be part of it. Then, let's see. Yeah, nothing here. This was the old look I was going to do before I did that big one you saw. I changed it up a lot. And then this room I'm still working on. It looks boring and plain right now, but this is underneath the tower that you saw on the outside. So right now this is the ground, and I gotta start working my way up, and eventually a lot of you are probably like, well, what you're doing is gonna be tough because everything is big and open, but I plan on using occlusion planes and the room what are they called? See, I can't even think straight right now, but um room bound. Okay, that's what it was. But yeah, that's what I was originally, gonna do. And the occlusion planes make it so, like, say there's something behind this wall, and I don't want it to load, then and it's within the room bound. So say I mark a section, but the room bound still is open, but there's something in the center. I can just put the occlusion plane inside, and it will prevent anything that behind the occlusion plane from loading. So it can help out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I've actually been working on in here. A lot of it still is in the testing phase. So if my computer does not, what is it called, crash on me, then should be able to, while doing a video or recording and creation kit. Well, alright, there we go. Do the tilde, which is that squiggly line underneath of the escape button on an American keyboard. COC, center of cell. Alright. So, looks like I got a less than the green light. But, alright. Last time I checked this out, the dome piece was covering all that part of the map. So it was very extremely hard to see. But, go ahead and do a little walk around. There's the books. Altar. Light. Yeah, until I add the stuff to this is walkthrough. But yeah, as you saw, there was there it is once I get the activator up and everything. The other lights. Go ahead and just go down here real quick. Being level 1, if I jump down, I'm dead. I gotta add another railing right there, but yeah, this is just entry hall to Halls of Knowledge. Nothing really big yet. That's just the name I did when I made a location. See? And there's one of the shrines. So, yep, see, made, custom. Well, it's not really custom, just use pieces that were already in the game. I'm trying to make this playable for the PlayStation 4 before I add anything else that's not allowed in PS4. So, if you're wondering how I got the name to be that way, all you do is you go create a message and you use the message as a location reference. So all I did was make a quick message that said Entry Island, because I might, depending on the memory, might make a quest. So when this is on the outside world, might make other areas that you have to get to until you get here. And then I was debating on putting gates right here, but I'm probably not going to, because if I do, I have to have them backwards, and that means they'll open outward toward you. And because here, the gates would either clip on there or clips in the stairs. None of this is going to be nav meshed, so no what are they called? Your followers or anything able to go there. Probably going to fix this area up a bit for scale size. That's the size. I know this is a huge place. It's going to take me a bit to get the LOD to actually work and have things continuously appear, unless I make them all full LOD without, going in and creating the world version. I'm going to add something over here, just haven't figured it out yet. But, a little walkway. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's just taken a while to actually figure out how to set those up without using a ton and a half of memory. Because the way I was going to do it was a pain, and I tried my best when creating those to make sure they weren't sticking out of the, what is it called? I think I missed a spot. Or maybe, I didn't finish all the outside pieces. So yeah, I got to finish that. Did my best to make sure that this does not peek through the gate, except for the paper right there. So, wanted to make it look like piles. And then, like I said, probably add some other stuff. I'm thinking of adding a player refuge thing, like a player home. So if you get here, then, and once you set that up, it'll probably, add a enable or disable an enable script to enable the. There should be one in the game, if I remember right, that will open, whatever. So down there, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna probably change it up, like I said. But yeah, so this is pretty much it for my mod that's going right now. It's been mostly adding little details to it. See, that's so high up that happens to him as soon as he jumps off that little thing. Well, I don't think it's actually little, to be honest with you. And it put me back there because that's where I last spawned in. But yeah, let's see. Scale for level 1. Yeah, that's pretty high. Also, see, I can't add what is it called? Paper up there because it's see-through. So, I mean, you can still see parts of stuff that come out, like right there, the bottom of the plants. So it looks like they're actually fastened in there, or not the plant, the lights, the plant lights, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that's right now. These are just temporarily up there. I'll switch them out with other stuff later. But all right, go ahead and go to quit desktop. Yeah, but yeah. One thing I did notice while creating a lot of stuff. Where is it? I was up here and I was like, oh, plans for DLC 2. Okay. Yeah. I guess this is a sign that Bethesda has something against vegetarians. Reason I say that is, I mean, if you look at it, it says plant, but yet, whoa. If you look at it, it's meat. Meat. 100% grade A Horker meat. But yeah, it's in plants. See, even a symbol for a plant. I mean, okay, there's a root. Yeah, that's a plant. So, cluster ash, plant. But you get down here, you got a fully dead Horker as a plant. Horker meat, oyster. I mean, yeah. Anybody else think that's weird that they're labeling meat plants? So yeah, way to go, Bethesda, with your whole against vegetarians. You're telling everybody, oh yeah, it's tofu. Don't worry, it's meatless. No, it has meat in it. All plants apparently have meat in it. But all right, everybody. Just wanted to go ahead and show off my mod, answer a few questions of why I haven't posted anything new. As I said before, I been working on this mod, and it's been, every few hours a day. Whenever I get a chance, I work on it. It doesn't look like much right now, but in all actuality, it's single pieces here, single pieces there. It takes a good bit because, I mean, like I said, that's a single piece, that's a single piece. All those are single pieces. Fence posts have to each be done. Book stacks and other things, plus sizing, and those are single pieces. All those are single pieces. it takes a bit with all the single pieces. I mean, if everything was scaled right, you know, I showed you that I had one of those, so I just copy and paste them in. So, but yeah, so just wanted to show that. Somebody asked me though, what would I use for creating my own textures? And honestly, I use Paint.net. So right now I have nothing in my folder. I took everything out of my folder for data, so I am not creating any new assets like that. Also, I was told not to touch scripts, so I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate the teleport script that's already in the game to work with an activator, which unfortunately I haven't figured out yet. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me just grab something real quick. What do I want to grab? I'll grab something from Clutter. Oh, or that's customs. And I'll grab the Apo figure. When you click on it and click edit, you can go all the way over to scripts. And you can click add script. Oh, well, it's not responding. Oh, there we go. All right, here, it's the well, it's supposed to be DLC1 teleport script. So go DLC, and yeah, no document string, but that's it. So you click OK, come in, and then here, when it does want to work. Anyway, I doubt it's gonna show me now because it's being a pain. Seems like it's gonna crash soon again. But oh, there we go. You got your casting points, so I can set those up in areas and choose an effect shader, which I like the disintegrate one, and the goal. So wherever I have a X marker heading, so X marker, X marker, X marker, or boundary box, or activating box, or whatever. So if I want, I can put another X heading up and just have those as cast points. So when they walk into those, they teleport to wherever I set the red marker. But it doesn't work apparently. For player control. I've tried it, and so I'm still working and messing with it. But yeah, so there's a few things in the game that is going to require me to actually do stuff with. But somebody asked me also, do they need anything other than Blender? You're going to need NIF scope. Unfortunately, my NIF scope, for whatever reason, it became corrupted. So I need a new one. The BSA browser you can get from Nexus Mods. Paint.net, like I said, is good. You can actually, if it wants to load, like I said, everything's being crazy. This, you can actually add new layers. So, well, okay, apparently it doesn't want, there we go. So you can choose the layer there, and then create a layer on top, merge it all. If you get the right plugins, you can then do file, save as, and come down here, and there's Photoshop. So if you like Photoshop, and you're on your friend's computer or something and they don't have Photoshop, then just get paint.net. It works with Photoshop, a lot of it. There's also a lot of other things too with the plugins, like the effects. You can come in and see, I got a ton and a half of stuff that can be done. So, unfortunately, I wish it was in. I wish they would have created a favorites uh, thing, like a favorites tab, so I can click that and just go to the ones I use the most instead of having to go to, like, distort for a few things. And selection's good because you can bevel it, make it look, make a 2D object look 3D, rounded, give it shadows and stuff. So yeah, this is what I use for some of my stuff. But like I said, I cleared it all out. It's all on an external right now. NIF scope I need to redo, but the BSA browser works good. And I cleared out my data folder because of like I said, I want to make this for the PS4 as well. So got rid of my shortcut to my data folder for whatever reason. But see, just show you guys. See, you don't see any meshes or whatnot. You see the BSA reader lets you know that the BSA reader can open those. But yeah, my other mods, School of the Arcane, working on that. To Requiem, that requires me to have my textures and stuff, so I gotta put all that stuff back in and go back into that. I messed up in it, and it's being unforgiving, so I'm gonna have to probably redo that. The current mod I'm doing, and another mod I'm gonna eventually do. Oh, and another one I'm working on. So I got a lot, but mostly the one I've been working on is Halls of Knowledge. Alright, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, sorry for the long video, but, well, hopefully you guys liked what you saw so far. I still have a ton and a half to do on it. It's just trying to decorate everything before moving it to an external cell, and then being able to do the LOD and the nav mesh and all that other good stuff with it. So, but alright, everybody. Till next time, Mr. Nobody out.